There's
You've
a
gone
lot of
through
notches.
all the girls in Tinder in New York.
There's a lot
you
of
know
notches
what I'm
on the
saying?
belt. At that point.
Listen, I was a virgin when we met. So I'm at my favorite hair salon, Toby Salon, about to get my hair slayed by Roxanne.
For 180, I ain't politicking, I ain't kissing no babies. The devil on my doorstep being so shady. Don't trip, we don't gotta let him in.
So we're walking in the Cloisters, which is in Uptown Manhattan. It's one of the well-known parks up here. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, indeed.
Family walks.
Haven't had sun in a while.
Yep. She's sleeping?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Wide awake.
Made me cry. Okay, cool as fall weather.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, Luna and I will be doing a little bit of cooking. I'm always on the lookout for some dairy-free meal options, in this case, dessert options, since we are both lactose intolerant. But usually I just end up making it myself. So what we have here, I'll show you, is some dates, pitted, dark chocolate chips, organic, grain-free granola, and some shredded coconut unsweetened. So we're gonna see what exactly we can put together with this and have a little bit of fun. I have my little helper here with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely like and subscribe. I'm gonna open up this bag of dark chocolates. I'm gonna pour some dark chocolates in here. We'll see if that's enough. Add a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. Also, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, just barely. So as you can see, guys, it's only been like a minute and the chocolate's already starting to get melted. I love this. I might end up adding some more chocolate, but we'll see. And I'm just gonna use my chopping board and chop them up. I'm making a little bit of a mess now, but I'm gonna take a foil lined pan. I also pulled out some hemp seeds and I'm gonna put in this mixture. And basically what I'm gonna do here is, you can see this got nice and creamy. Can you see it? So I'm just gonna pour this on here and I'm gonna mix it all up.
Go, but I never go with Don't trip.
So things got a little crazy and I need to clean up, but I basically covered up the mix with another piece of foil, put it in the fridge. I'm gonna try and refrigerate it for like maybe 30 or 45 minutes, and then we'll see how it turns out. You guys updated.
One of these days we'll all get by. Don't be afraid, don't fall. Think I lost my mind. Reality so hard to find.
So I ended up putting these in the freezer instead of the fridge, and I left them in there for 15 minutes. They turned out great.
It's your birthday, let's blow out all the candles. Yeah, we could get romantic.
We have a very Brady Bunch.
I wouldn't say that. High five.
As you know, hopefully, this week is Valentine's Day. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, I thought it would be nice to, one, bake some homemade treats that you guys saw earlier. So I didn't make these, but I do love these oatmeal these oatmeal vegan chocolate chip cookies. But I did make these little like fudge bars, I guess. So
Pretty good.
he liked them. We'll snack on these, and I figure we take a trip down memory lane, romantic memory lane, to talk about, what are we talking about?
How we first met, yeah.
How we first met. And how we got to a family. Alright, so I'll tell my side of the story, and then he'll tell his side of the story.
Then Luna will tell her side of the story.
About 4 years ago, it's been 4 years, right? Almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I was living my best life.
What about now? What's going on?
Just broken up with someone who doesn't even deserve to have a name, so we're not even gonna go there. And
She still has feelings, obviously.
Obviously. And I decided that I was just gonna literally, like, you know when you break up with an ex and you're just like, I'm gonna bounce back, I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna just like live my best life and get over them. I booked like 3 out-of-state trips in 3 weekends in a row, and I was gonna be out. Like, I was not gonna have anything to do with New York City, but I did have Tinder on. So guys, comment below if you've ever used Tinder. I had no expectations. We went through like 300 Tinders, like all terrible. I matched with you, and I remember looking at his profile, and he had like 2 little like whack pictures on there.
That's why she swiped right?
I remember seeing in your bio that like you played football, and because like I'm an athlete, I was like, athletes only. I swiped right, and it was a match. Whoop-de-doo, right, girls? You know what I mean? Common Tinder stuff, like. And I was so focused on my trips. We were supposed to go on a date, and then this man like texts me, and he's like, I got the flu, like I can't go on the date anymore. Do you remember that?
Oh no, I was hurt.
I was like, that is the worst excuse.
The worst. That's the best excuse. Tell her, Luna, that's the best excuse, especially when it's true.
So as soon as he said that, I was like, he's a catfish. Like, I'm done with him. Like, only catfishes get the flu before their date. And then I think he convinced me that he actually was sick, so I kind of gave him another chance. And then the night before, I was supposed to leave for the first of the 3 trips that I had planned. I had a red eye that night. We were supposed to go on a date, and it was just to this little bar around the corner.
Literally like a block away from me.
I guess that's important to the story
Yes.
or something.
Yes, it is.
And we're supposed to meet at the little bar around like 10:30 or 11. I was just so tired. Like, I was packing and I was tired, and I didn't want to be tired for my flight, and I was just excited to get out of here. And I was talking to my roommates, because I lived with roommates at the time, and I was like, you know what? I just don't think I'm going to go on this date. And I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty notorious for canceling dates at the last minute. I texted him, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't think I can come. Like, I have a red eye tomorrow in a couple hours, like, I can't come.
And I'm there already. I'm literally there, and I'm like, no, you don't get to do that. You're going to come down. We'll meet for whatever, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then that's it. But I'm not going back home.
I get
it. We live 2 blocks away, and that's why, no.
Yeah, I was literally around the block. I get a call, and he's like calling, and I'm like, well, I actually like that. Like, if you call someone, I feel like it's more personable than just texting. I thought I could get rid of them over text.
I thought that was really interesting when the first time she told me that, because I realized I never... Like, I guess we don't call people anymore. Like, even now, like, even then, like, I don't know why I called you. I guess I know why.
Well, I mean, you didn't know anything about me. I could have been a catfish.
Maybe I was that upset, and I was like, nope. Beep, 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 beep.
I was like, hello? I don't know exactly what he said, but all I know is his voice was sounding sexy as hell. And I was like, well, maybe I should just, like, go and see what this man's about. And he was really calm. Like, I thought he was gonna be mad, but he was actually really calm. He's like, just come out for a little bit. And he convinced me. I head out, and I get to the bar. Actually, you weren't there yet, because I remember I was waiting at the front of the bar.
No.
And then you, like, came up, though. Like you came with the
Because you
sidewalk.
told you didn't want me to meet you at your place, so you like meet me at the bar. So you were still closer to the bar.
Oh, okay.
You told me to meet you at some spot, but you didn't want to come there, and then you were like, I'm not gonna die today.
Also, like, we know how it goes. Like, guys usually like put their best pictures up. Like, they lie about their height. They lie about all kinds of stuff. So I was not even expecting him to even look remotely close to his pictures. I was like, at the best, he's probably like a 2.
Nah,
you know?
I don't do that. I look exactly like my pictures.
So in the distance, I just see this like man coming out
Mountain of a man.
this man coming out of the woodwork. As he's getting closer, I'm like,
Wow.
oh, it is him. Like, it is. He was wearing like a backwards hat and like a t-shirt, and it was like maybe like a black t-shirt. It was just something like well fitted and chill. And I'm like, okay, cool. Walk into the bar, and I immediately see this guy that I had been on a Tinder date with the week before.
I thought that was so funny. I loved it.
And he was on another date. So literally,
it was a bar, and I ordered popcorn because I was loving it.
We made eye contact, and we just like pretended we did not know each other. But I was like freaking out to him. I'm like, oh my God, like that's the guy that I just was on a date with.
And her date, she told me about that date, and it was so funny.
It was terrible. That's for another time, honestly, because that story is like ridiculous. Long story short, this man took me out to dinner, and then he told me to pretend that I was sick so that he didn't have to pay for the dinner, and I ended up paying for both our dinners.
And I was looking at him because I was like, is he gonna be sick now? What's gonna happen?
Oh God, that's probably how he gets all his meals. I get over that.
Somebody's sleepy.
We sit down at the bar, and it's like, I feel like it's like a weeknight, so it's not like popping or anything. It's just like a chill night at the bar, and we're sitting, and he orders me a drink, and I'm a talking machine. I think I'm telling him about all my trips that I'm going on. Like, I don't even remember what I was saying, but I was saying like all kinds of stuff, and I just remember like he was just listening, like nodding his head, like barely say anything, like maybe borderline shy.
All right, let me tell you what's going on. At this point, I've been on many dates, right? And I'm like, I'm tired of the Tinder meet and beat. So I'm like, I don't know, I just want to take it easy and get to know this person, listen.
So you're like on a different vibe.
I'm on a different vibe than the regular Tinder stuff. I'm just like there to be a friend, and I want to make a friend because it's interesting because at this point everybody's like bold right now, but listen, it's true. Like at this point, there's
You've
a lot
gone
of
through
notches,
all the girls in Tinder in New York.
There's a lot
you
of
know
notches
what I'm
on the
saying?
belt. At that point.
Listen, I was a virgin when we met.
I remember thinking, I'm like, I don't have any female friend. It's not a friend. It's
Wow,
like,
so you were on Tinder for friends. And
No.
ended
I
up
was
with a
like, I
wife.
like this girl.
How does that work?
That's weird. I was like, I like this girl. Let me get to know her differently.
Okay, so that's what you were thinking
I was like,
in your head.
I wasn't like, yo, yeah. Let's go back to your house. I wasn't doing that. I was like, what's up? Hey, oh yeah, I was listening.
Yeah, he was listening. He's like the best listener that I'd ever been on a date with.
I was so good. She thought I was shy, and like she thought I was like, why aren't you talking?
I thought he was
I'm
like
listening.
shy or like uninterested. I remember I had only planned to stay on the date for like an hour or two because I had that red eye the next morning. But I looked at the time, and we had probably been there for like 3 or 4 hours. Oh no, baby!
Luna, say
I'm gonna
cut.
put her to bed. Cut. And
Can you tell it's many hours later?
oh yeah, and then finally we're like, okay, I should probably get out of here. I should probably go. And we're leaving, and he says he'll walk me back to my apartment because, like, we know now I was like 2 blocks away. So the whole time he's like walking me back to my apartment, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got it in the bag. Like, so we get to my brownstone steps, and he goes, good night, and then he sends me on my way. And I was like, I've lost it. I've lost my touch.
Me, I'm thinking I'm on my, get to know her. It's not about all of that right now. So let's get to know each other first. Let's be friends.
Like, this sounds like I was like all about it, and he was like trying to be like
No.
friends.
Like, look where we met. Like,
he did not kiss me goodnight on our first date.
it's alright because I kiss her goodnight from now on forever. Forever.
Stop. Like, as much as I hated it at the time, I think it left
It.
It left me in some intrigue because, like, for the next 3 weekends that I was out of town, I would still text him, like, I would still FaceTime him, even when I was, like, running off and doing other things. And there must be something to this guy if, like, we only went on one date and I'm still, like, talking to him.
She FaceTimed me with her friend Alexa.
Alexa, if you're watching this, shout out.
She FaceTimed me and I was like, oh, she likes me. That's when I realized, oh, yeah, she does like me.
Oh, that reminds me. I FaceTimed him and he's like in the kitchen, like cooking meal prep. And I was like, wow, like this man cooks? You guys.
I meal prep cook. That's different. That's
fast forward to today. Does not even come near the kitchen.
Right there.
So that was false news.
Meal preppers, we know that's different. You know? It's not like I'm cooking for today and it's a cute plate. No, mass production of plates.
I cook. Anyways, so then
yeah, I did say that though.
finally I got back from all my trips and we went on a second date. And on the second date, we went to this cute little spot called Buddha Bar, and they have like the best wings.
Buddha Bar is awesome for many reasons.
Shout out Buddha Bar, like that's our spot. We always go there.
Beer is awesome. A huge selection of beer. They're not paying us for this, so I'm not gonna say anymore.
We like drank a little bit. He was like trying to get me loosey goosey. He's like, yeah, like I'm into music a little bit. Like I like to rap. Rap.
I don't like.
I'm like, rap.
Tell people I rap or used to rap or whatever because they come with a whole stigma about you and they understand, they know what you're like already, or they know what type of guy you are.
Oh, like that's cool. Like, I'm polite. I'm like, that's cool. Like maybe I can hear some of your music someday. And he's like, oh, well, we can go back to my apartment, like, and I can play some for you right now.
Okay, at this point, all that shit I said before is out the window. Because I'm like, damn, she looks good. And I think she likes me and I like her. And then I'm like, yo, what's up?
Take you to my apartment to listen to my music. And I'm like, yeah, sounds so fun. Yeah, so we went back to his apartment and we listened to music. All night long, we listened to music. I mean, pretty much after that, the rest was kind of history. Like, we just kept going on dates.
Honestly, like, from then on, like, every day we hung out.
Almost every day.
Mostly every day.
We weren't, like, exclusive. Like, I'm one of those girls where I'm like, what are we? Like, and he was, like, trying to play it cool.
You forget this one time. You were like, yeah, I'm going out to a club with this. Yeah, because
so I had like some guys on the back burners. You know how you have some like guys on the back burners, and this one guy I knew, he was a promoter, and he like invited me out one night, this promoter, and like I told you, we weren't exclusive yet. So I texted him. He's like, oh, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, oh, I'm going out. And he's like, what? Like, going out? I'm like, yeah, going out with my friend. And he got so mad. He was like, you're not going out with your friend. And I'm like, well, he's downstairs. Like, he's about to pick me up.
Going. I was like, really? You're gonna do that? And I told you I was upset.
Yeah.
And then you were like.
And then I was like, I was literally all ready. Like, I was sitting in my apartment, like, ready to go. The guy was downstairs waiting in the car. And then I'm like, dang, like, I actually like this man. So
Who, the guy in the car?
No, actually like you.
I'm
like, no, I actually throw the whole wife away. Even though I wasn't gonna do anything with this guy, I just felt like it would be a bad look. So he had driven so far to come pick me up. He was waiting downstairs, and I was like, I'm sick. Like, I can't come downstairs. And he got so mad. He never talked to me again. And then we just fell in love. And happy
Valentine's Day.
Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Comment down below. Let me know how you met your significant other. If you met your significant other on Tinder, your worst Tinder dates, your best Tinder dates. Please follow me on my IG. You can follow me at Candice M. Concepcion or my fitness page, which is at How I See Fit. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good night. We're going to bed.